What's up everybody, Nightcove the Fox here, and welcome back to the Closet Cosplay Challenge series. How are we feeling today? I am not feeling good. Welcome back to the Closet Cosplay Challenge series. Today we are, have you ever had dreams that you could, that you want, you could, you want, you wish you could, you want? Welcome back to the Closet Cosplay Challenge series, where today we will be doing another tragic character, although there really isn't a single character in the entire Five Nights at Freddy's universe that is not tragic, so I guess that doesn't really narrow it down, does it? Today I will be doing Charlotte Emily, Henry Emily's child, the last one, we now know, to have been killed out of all six, or however many there were. Once again, this is probably going to be a quite simple look. With Cassidy, I went a little overboard with the creep factor, but for Charlotte, I feel like since she is a gentler spirit, she's like the giver of life to the other children, I don't know, I picture her less harrowing to look at. The plan that I am thinking of sticking to for Charlotte, since Cassidy's look was much more terrifying and much more overboard, I think I'm going to dial it back a little bit, and I'm just going to do an alive look for Charlotte. So I'm just going to do a very simple amount of makeup on my face, maybe add freckles or some childlike features, fill in my eyebrows to match the wig I'm going to put on, and we'll go from there, because I think since the last FNAF child I cosplayed was super duper creepy, it might be refreshing to do one that is less creepy, and I also think it would just be more fitting for this character, because again, my whole spiel about thinking Charlotte might be a little more, or a little less, terrifying. And so, without further ado, because that is becoming the company motto of the Closet Cosplay Challenge series, I am going to begin the makeup look, which is going to be much simpler. Enjoy the montage. Pausing here to talk to you about the thought process. So, I used a little bit of concealer on some stubborn blemishes I've still got, and then did a thin layer of foundation on top, so now I look very ghostly. But don't worry, I'm gonna bring her back to life, just give it a second. So the next step, usually, is eyebrows. So I'm gonna do that next, and I think I'm gonna fill them in brown, because I will be using this wig, which is not the wig I wanted to use. I was looking for a completely different one, but this was the only one I could find. I am going to fill my eyebrows in, and then I am going to work on probably adding freckles, a little bit of blush, you know, trying to make my face appear more lively, if you will. So stay tuned, and I will interject if I have anything to say along the way. Alright, quick and easy. I had nothing really to say along the way. I just kind of figured I'd show you the products I was using and then apply them and let the time lapse explain itself. But I think we're done. Do I have a dimple here? I do. I have dimples right here. Or maybe that's just because I'm moving my face weird. Does anyone have dimples down here? I've never noticed that until today. I'm gonna stop hyperanalyzing my face. Considering I am not doing a creepy look, I think less is more for this. So similar to my other Closet Cosplay Challenge episodes where the looks were very simple, this is just like one of them. And so without further ado, once again, I will see all of you when I have transformed into Charlotte Emily. There you have it, ladies, gentlemen, and all of you lovely people in between. My closet cosplay of Charlotte Emily. Now this one was kind of a challenge because, again, she's one of those characters that the only true visual representation we had of her early on was in an 8-bit minigame, which was in grayscale. At least once you got outside, everything was in black and white, so you could only see her in black and white. So it was kind of hard to tell like what colors she'd be wearing other than the green bracelet. So there was a lot of like open interpretation to be had. I have seen fan art of Charlotte Emily occasionally like pop up on social media here and there, and most of the time she's depicted wearing green to match her bracelet, as well as in the official Five Nights at Freddy's The Twisted Ones graphic novel, she was also drawn in her childhood wearing an outfit very similar to this, with a green pair of overalls and a green shirt. So clearly green is her color, so I kind of just took that and ran with it, while also using the graphic novel as my inspiration, since that's really the only semi-official and colored version of her that I could find. But yeah, regardless, I think it turned out pretty good, and as always, I will break down everything I am wearing and where I got it from, if I can remember, bear with me, yada yada. Starting from the bottom, these red shoes are from Walmart, and the reason I actually have them is not for me to wear, but for a suspended Max dummy for Halloween, because my parents and I, back when I still lived at my parents' place, we did a Stranger Things themed Halloween escape room, and we strung a dummy dressed up as Max to look like she was floating in the yard. So that's where they come from. I used them for this. They're a little bit it's giving Christmas now because of the red and green, but they were the only childlike sneakers that I had that I felt like matched Charlotte and her kind of tomboy personality. The other shoes I had made me kind of look like the berries and cream boy between the bob and then like the overalls, and then is like some westernized version. It's like a yeehaw version of berries and cream. That's what it was giving. So we're doing Christmas instead. Next, we have these knee-high white socks. I believe these are for, oh, where are these from? I think I got them as a Christmas gift, actually. So I don't know where they're from. For the first time ever, I don't know where something is from, genuinely, because I think I was gifted these for Christmas because I get cozy socks sometimes. My best guesses are Walmart, Old Navy, or Target. Otherwise, if you'd like to find socks like these, you can find them probably almost anywhere. There's so many knee-high, comfy socks out there, but that's my best guess. Next are these green overalls, which I did get from Target, as well as the green shirt underneath it. That is also from Target. And then the wig that I am wearing is another kind of old one, and here's an ironic story, okay? This wig tells a story. She's also one of the wigs I own that has been through quite the journey. It's ironic that I am wearing this as Charlie, because I actually got this wig to do a Charlie cosplay years ago. In fact, I did a full cosplay tutorial on her, except that version was from the Silver Eyes, and it's when she's a little older. I think she's like a teenager, like 17, 18. So not the child version, but she did come from another version of this same character, just pulled straight from the books. So it's kind of ironic to bring her back out for this. Back then, she was much longer. She like went down to my hips. But over the years of owning it and then putting that wig also through the filming of Vanessa Into Madness, she saw a lot and she got very tangled, and the only way to really salvage it was to chop it off. So I didn't want to just throw the wig away because it's still a good wig. It just got too tangled to the point where I didn't think I could save it without ruining it. So I just cut it all off, and now it kind of serves its purpose as a young Charlie wig. Last but not least is this green makeshift bracelet. It is actually just a strip of craft foam that I cut, and then I scotch taped it to hold it on. So that's all. It's just a piece of craft foam that I already had in my closet because I have so much of that. But anyways, I do believe that is everything I am wearing and where I got it from. I think that this cosplay, simple as it is, and as somehow still challenging as it was because I don't own a lot of green things, I think it turned out really well. Again, it's always the simple, like, human characters in the Five Nights at Freddy's universe that I feel like are almost more difficult to do sometimes, because there's not many canon, visual, detailed, like, representations of them in the story. So there's so many different directions you could go in how you bring the character to life visually or in a cosplay, and with just the things in your closet. So, I mean, bringing these FNAF human characters to life in these cosplay challenges has been very fun, but very challenging, hence the title. But I really like this one. The wig, you know, she's a little rough because she's been through the ringer, but again, I think it's fitting that she's brought out again for this cosplay because that's where it all began. I would love to hear your theories or thoughts on this character, Charlie Emily. She is quite complicated, especially not only in the trilogy of books, but the game series, because she has two slightly different stories depending on which source you're looking at. But alas, that will do it for this episode of the Closet Cosplay Challenge. If you enjoyed, please feel free to leave a like or perhaps leave a comment on which character you would like to see me do next, and I will take a look and add it to the lineup. And if you're feeling really generous, you can share this video with your friends or the world because it really helps me out. And if you're new around here, hi, I'm Night Cove the Fox. I'm a FNAF Central content creator. I do cosplay videos like these. I also make music about Five Nights at Freddy's, and I do occasional gaming videos as well. So if any of that is up your alley, feel free to stick around and you'll have fun here. And as always, remember, stay bright because you're a star, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.